Hi, GOG newbies and seasoned players alike, whoever you may be. Welcome to this video. Today we are going to talk about your airship. So, to get started on our airships, your airship dock is located back here. And if you click your airship dock and you hit info, you will see that it just says to maintain and enhance your airship and the airship dock, to upgrade the airship dock to get lots of materials for upgrading your airship. So these refinement scrolls are things you will definitely need. So if you go, of course, to upgrade your airship dock, you'll see that even at level 36, it doesn't require any aristocrat badges to upgrade like some of the other buildings do 30 and above. You want to click airship, and this screen comes up. So I currently have a level 6 airship. So you'll see that I need all 4 of my airship elements to be level 90. So be careful, because at first it tricks you, you get your parts to a certain area and it says, oh, now we're level 2, level 3, and then all of a sudden it starts taking, you have to go up 20 more levels on your parts to upgrade your airship. So that really can vary. So what we want to look at right now is the enhance feature. Okay, so if we hit enhance, we get to the screen, and this has 2 things. It shows your airship parts. So on your events, if it says upgrade airship parts specifically, and it does not say precision parts, it says upgrade airship parts, it's talking about these little ones to the side over here. Okay, these are the airship parts. If it says on the event to precision parts, use airship precision parts, then you click on the bigger ones. So you'll see that my airship cannon is currently at level 89, and it shows that here that it's level 89 for the cannon. So it shows that that gives me a troop attack of plus 196. So your cannon ups your overall troop attack stat. Okay, down here at the bottom above the upgrade button, it shows you how many airship precision parts and how many refinement scrolls you need to upgrade, and I don't have enough of either. So it'll show you here on precision parts that, here are the ways I can get more. I can upgrade my airship dock. I can go and hunt a whole bunch of threats, because each threat you hunt gives you a certain amount of parts. Or I could defeat red guard camps, because each red guard camp gives you a certain amount of parts. If you're looking for airship parts in particular, it's better to just hunt the threats. If you're looking for refinement scrolls and parts, and you really need refinement scrolls, it's better to do red guard rallies, because you get the chest of those in the red guard rallies. These are the cannon refinement scrolls to upgrade my airship to a level 90 on this part. I would need 3,000 of those scrolls, and at this time I only have 1,391. And I can get more either by buying them, upgrading my airship dock, or defeating red guards. As I said, red guards are the way to go if you need scrolls. Then furthermore, you have your elements over here, and each one, either your envelope, which is troop health, your engine, which is your march capacity, your hull, which is troop defense. They all have elements, and their elements all do something different. So for instance, on the troop defense, we have the different elements. The top ones on every one, you'll notice, give you, it's usually threats or red guard troops is the stat that it improves against threats or red guards. Like here, the whole lining, that overall is the stat for my artillery damage received. So you want those to be negative stats. The less damage received, the better. Distance damage received, the less, the better. So what's the difference between upgrading all of these things, right? It's kind of confusing. Okay, so we have our big buttons. And I explained to you with these that the big buttons, upgrading these parts increases your stat. So troop health, troop attack, troop defense, or march size, depending on which of the 4 bigger buttons or parts you choose. Okay. So if we're on here and we're looking at a bigger part, I showed you it's precision parts and scrolls to upgrade those. But the side guys are different. Okay. To upgrade these, we then need intensity gears to upgrade. And it takes 10 intensity gears to take it from, 10 intensity gears of level 1 to make it 1. 10 intensity gears of level 2 to make it a 2. 3 intensity gears of level 3 to make it, so on and so forth for each individual one. So if you have 20 level 5 parts, you could upgrade the 4s, both of these 4s to a 5. And it just depends on what stat you're trying to improve as to what you target when you have those available. Now for those, the precision or those elements, to increase the elements, right? We need those intensity gears. So a good source of intensity gears is going to be here in your Royal Expeditions, because as you can see, one of your options, once you unlock enough floors, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whichever level intensity gear you need. And you always these are not like other things. You always want to get your intensity gears every time, because you can upgrade 1s to 2s, 2s to 3s, 3, and so on and so forth. You can go in your inventory and you go down to where you have your intensity gears down here. Okay. Now, if I had 8 of the level 1, I could just hit 1 and hit upgrade, and it would give me 1 level 2. But I need 8 level 1s, and then I would have 4 of the level 2s instead of 3. So if I had 10, if I had 8 of these guys over here, the level 2s, and I hit synthesize, hit up 1, upgrade, then it would give me 1 more level 4. And so I'd have 6 instead of 5, and so on and so forth. So you use up 8 to make 1, 8 to make 1, 8 to make 1 of the next level up, and so on. So just keep getting those intensity gears. Once you got everything at level 1 and so on, you just keep increasing it. So that is your elements and how they work. These are parts. These right here are your main, your cannon, things like that. Remember the big buttons: cannon, envelope, engine, and hull. So, troop health, attack stat, march capacity, defense stat. Target the upgrades on those to what you currently need the most. And then we talked about how to upgrade these. We talked about what these are, your elements. They all increase different stats. Some are only for, the top ones are only usually for threats and red guards. Then off to the side here, we've got just the parts. These are just the parts. So if they say upgrade airship parts. Okay, so these are airship parts, are the little ones off to the side, okay? So on these, they start out like everything else in the game, R1 level 1s, R2, R3, all the way up. So in order to make these initially, you would click like your R1 and say I didn't have anything in here, so I'll set it up like it would look maybe if you were new, okay? So I'm going to click here and I'm just going to remove that. So let's just pretend you just started the game. You have no airship parts, right? At all in here, and you need to make some, and you just have your little R1 parts available, okay? What you do is you click your R1 part, and you hit craft, and it crafts it. It'll give you a chance to either confirm or embed. If you want to put it in the slot, you're just going to hit embed. and it puts it in that slot. Then, it gives you plus 5.25 of the attack stats listed over here on your right to do that. The higher the part, obviously, the higher the stat, right? So you see that I've got this little level 1 piece in there. It's not upgraded at all. It's just this base level R1. So later on, when you make the higher parts, this one, for instance, is all the way up here. It's an R9 level, and it significantly increases those stats. And then this one is an R10 level, which I don't even have unlocked. I just happened to win it in an event, and it really bumps those stats, okay? So anyway, that just kind of shows you how each level your stats get higher and higher and higher, and as you can see. So you make your first part, and now you have this option here to upgrade it. And you can see that enhancing the part will take 90 of these. So what we've got here is we've got airship booster parts, not to be confused with precision components. There are two. So that's what it takes whenever you're going to upgrade, is it takes either precision components, here, or your booster parts. So booster parts, precision components, they look very similar, but they're a little different. Booster parts are just gears. Precision components are like more complex gears, pretty much, in the way that they look. So, excuse me. So you have this basic part, and you can upgrade it. It would take 90 to upgrade it. So if I could enhance that, and that's as high as this one goes. Okay, but now the time's come around, and I can make a higher level part. Woohoo! And say I just, I crafted my higher level part. I'm like, I'm done with this low level one. Then you just click remove, and it'll remove it, and then you put in your higher one that you just made and tell it to equip. And tell it to equip this one. And now what do I do with this leftover one that I don't need anymore? Well, I dismantle it. Go to the dismantle, click it, and it shows you how many of each type of part you get for dismantling it. So I just tell it to transform. And it does. And now that's been done. So as you can see, each of the parts, which correlate to over here, you see you've got those, got your overall troop. So this one handles your health of all three troop types. This one handles your overall troops. It gives you attack, defense, and health of all troops. Oh. Over here, this is your attack, boost your attack stats. And these over here boost your defense stats. So again, very similar to what the main parts do as far as, your troops, except for these are more targeted in that it's health, which correlates to health on the big part. If you notice, attack ones over here correlate to this overall being attack on the cannon. Your engine ones, remember, your engine gives you, this is March capacity, but its specialized part over here is your overall troop stats. And then last but not least, your hull, of course, is troop defense. And if you notice, the little parts to the side of troop defense on that give you defense stats. So it really depends. And again, to get like each one of these, you have to have a certain amount of the scrolls, or they call them manuscripts, I believe, when it comes to this. And you get those various ways, and you also can get some over here in your pirate showdown. sometimes. It's not giving me any right now. What it is going to give me is some chests to get refinement scrolls for the overall parts. And it's going to give me some little precision components. These are for those specialized parts over to the side. It's going to give me precision parts for the main. And then it's going to give me the boosters. I'm going to claim those right now. And we'll talk more again about this Pirate Showdown in its own video. So, overview for Airship Dock, just to recap, is every time you upgrade it, it will give you a certain amount of refinement scrolls. It does not require aristocrat badges at higher levels to upgrade the building. Inside here, if we're going to enhance our parts, we have this, which requires the precision parts and the booster parts. Or sorry, that's for the side ones. This is your precision pieces and your scripts, of course, scrolls. And you got your precision and booster parts if you're going to work on the airship parts over here. And then you've got your elements, which take those little intensity gears. So it is a lot that goes on just explaining that alone, and there's a little more to the airship. Tactical manual up here. You have to get to upgrade these. You have to get these little tactical pieces. And I'm telling you, these things are not easy to get. Here's the ones I've managed to collect in a year. For the tactical, which is ridiculous. And if you look on here and you look at the tactical manual, to even upgrade one of these, I would need 500 of those. So there's a lot of people who play forever and really haven't gotten this. I think you really ultimately probably have to just spend a bunch of money if you're really wanting to mess with those too much. And of course they give you stats, like it tells you at the bottom here what stats it would give you if you upgraded those and what stats you have already. Another thing is basically on this first page, these other two buttons, this one is your skins, and like I've won this skin in an event, and then I won this one in an event. I just haven't ever used it, so it has that red dot there because it just means I could use it if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. And so initially you'll have this little skin, and then you'll get the offer of this skin, and once you get your airship up even higher, then you can have this skin. Those are your basics, and then you can win other ones like these through events to come. Mercenary, you can hire an extra airship. So during big events, like say Crown Invasion, you wanted an extra airship to go with a secondary march. Maybe you're using one airship in the main throne and you want a second airship so you can also attack players that land in the Dark Forest with your other march with another airship. You can go to this mercenary airship and hit higher airship. But it's pretty pricey. Like if you wanted a 7-day one, you see that it's $100 to have a 7-day extra airship. If you wanted a 1-day one, you'd pay $20. There's no other way to do that but pay $20 or $100 for that extra airship. So that's on you. And if you see someone in your kingdom, especially if it's a brand new kingdom, they're running around with mercenary airships, you probably want to be their friend. I'm telling you that right now. But anyway, those mercenary airships just give you an option to have a second airship to send out with a second march. So that's all that does. So I hope that I haven't confused anyone since there was so much information. If this video helped you, please, please, please just hit subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. And, you know, leave any questions in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And with that, I will end the airship overview video. Thanks.